Hello everybody, got my little Ruby out today. This one is Azanza Yazabalaga Modelo 1916 Ibar España or Spain. It is got the double A mark on here. It's got 2 stars stamped on the bottom, which indicates French use. World War I, possibly went into World War II, don't know. You would think, if you didn't know anything about these, the majority of semi-automatics are striker fired. However, I want to show you something. Also, these are very easy to disassemble. That's what I really like about the Spanish firearms. With the magazine out, I can slide this forward, and if you look in here, there's a hammer. So it has an internal hammer. Again, these are so easy to disassemble. One of the things I like about the Ruby is how easy it is to disassemble and clean. Very easy. Now there's only one safety feature on it, and that's this right here. Some of the Spanish firearms will not fire without the magazine in. This is not one of them. At least this particular one is not one of them. Now, I believe these are 8 round. However, if I do 8 rounds, it'll jam. So I'm going to go with 7. I've already got some 25 auto holes in the target. It should be self-evident that what is the 32 ACP when I shoot. If it's not, I'll set up another target and we'll shoot again. I had quite a few issues when I first got this. The disconnector, stuff like that, wasn't aligned right, and it wouldn't reset the hammer. And I went through a whole bunch of stuff to finally get this gun to fire. These are really heavy guns, and if you don't have a magazine, like this one has a double A stamped on the bottom of it. When I got this gun, it had a mismatched mag. Most generally, when you do the Rubies, you would like to have the magazine that has the double A stamped, or whatever your gun is stamped with, because these stamps are the codes for who made this particular firearm. And the magazines are supposedly matched to the pistol. A lot of times these guns don't want to cycle right, and the parts from one manufacturer to another may not actually fit. There was some problems with interchangeability of parts between different manufacturers. So a lot of times, from what I understand, and this could be just FUD lore, but they because of that problem, they just throw the gun away because they couldn't get the gun to work right. Now, I'm not sure that's true. But what I've heard is if you lose your magazine and you're out there and you try somebody else's magazine, chances are it's not going to work. But again, take that with a grain of salt. For me, that was my experience. All right. Last time I had this out, it was working pretty good. I don't know if I can hit the broadside of a barn with it, but again, we're at 7 yards. I'm going to put it right on the target. My hands are a little shaky. I got something in the bullseye. kind of hard to tell. I can't really tell. I was hoping I could. The hole diameters are just a little bit slightly different. Alright, so nothing in the chamber. Now these, it's hard to get the magazine out when it's cocked, okay, and it's the last round's gone and it's cocked, because the hammer and the magazine release use the same spring. So the spring's under a lot of tension. It's almost impossible to get the mag out. So you have to release the tension on the hammer spring to get the mag out. Alright, I'm going to walk down there. I'll just leave the camera here. I'm going to grab another target, because I can't really tell you where all those hit. I thought that might be the case. At least not from here anyway. So I can see better from here. Yeah, it is kind of hard to tell. Looks like I got one over here, one there, there. Yeah, it's really hard to tell. So we'll just put up another target. And this staple gun, of course, stacked up. Oh, now I just lost the staples. That's nice. Alright. Well, one thing you guys should know about my videos by now. I don't usually edit out all that. So you get to get all the technical difficulties along with me. Come on. And with the GoPro, I can't just pause the camera. I have to shut it off. And I don't want to do that. It's one thing I wish GoPro would fix, is make it so you could pause the camera instead of doing separate videos. It's not that big a deal, but I don't particularly like it. Alright. Back to me. So, we got a new target up. I like my little 32s. I don't know the reasoning behind why they use the 32s so much in Europe for police and warfare. But they did. And I collect them. I have a few of them. Okay. We'll try it again. This time, I can't really see if I have to look over the top of my glasses. I can't see the sights, and I got a little shake going on today. Mainly because I had COVID last month, and it aggravated my asthma, and I missed all of gun season because I was down with COVID, and then my asthma acting up because of the COVID. Oh gosh, it's been quite a ordeal for me. I don't know if I'll go back out deer hunting now or not, because we're back to archery and muzzleloader. I'm not sure which. Well, archery season runs through the whole deer season. And then muzzleloader comes in, and I don't hunt with a muzzleloader. I do have one, but I haven't really worked with it much to feel comfortable enough to take it out. So I went through 3 rounds of steroids. I just went to the doctor yesterday and got a shot. First 2 rounds were pills, and 2 rounds of antibiotics. I just had this cough that would not go away, and it was in my sinuses, and I thought, okay, I got some kind of allergy or something. And when I went in to my asthma and allergy specialist, he said that congestion is also part of asthma, which I didn't know. And my lung function, according to the test, was down a little bit. Other than that, I feel just fine. I just couldn't get rid of the cough. So I wasn't able to get out to the range, do any videos, anything, and I really missed doing that. I missed being out here. It is something I enjoy. It relaxes me, and I feel like I'm recharged after I've been out. Anyway, that's a really good group for a shaky hand, and I just thought I'd show you. My little Ruby, once I got all the bugs worked out of it, I'm really happy with it. That's from before. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots. And they're off a little bit. And the rear sight on that, I can bump the rear sight. It is adjustable. And bring that over a little bit. That little Ruby is, I really like shooting it. Now that I've got all the bugs worked out of it. I've been debating whether or not to have it re-blued and clean it up. They're not really that valuable a firearm, but again, it is a milsurp, and even though it's kind of ugly, it's an antique. And anytime you go messing around with the finish and stuff on an antique, you ruin the value. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I'm inclined to leave it alone, but you can see the rear sight. I don't know if that's going to show up or not. It looks like it's adjustable. I'll do some looking into that. But this is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I really am really happy with this whole gun. You can pick these up pretty cheap right now. It's a gun I would think if get on Gunbroker, get you one. They're cheap to shoot. They're cheap to reload. Man, you got a pound of powder for one of these. Last you forever. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but you know what? I can tell you how much I'm using. These are factory loads, but I use a Barry's bullet. It's a 71 grain round nose, and accurate number 2 at 2.1 grains. And that for a pound of that powder, you go a long way in these firearms. All right, that's all I really have for the Ruby. Moving on.